This is a quick response or video response to LowBuckPrepper. Um, Consider him a buddy. He knows everybody well, he knows a lot of people. But this is in regards to the Chris Dorner manhunt that's going on here, and it started actually in the LA area because of the LAPD. Um, you know, I hear you, LowBuck. I don't believe that all cops or police officers are bad. Um, there's a lot of good officers out there want to do good, and unfortunately, I think certain departments or certain PDs, they can have a little bit more rogue cops out there, and unfortunately, we don't know, should we believe this guy Chris and what he says in his manifesto. But like you pointed out, do we really need police officers that are going to go ahead and just shoot two little old ladies because they thought they looked like Chris Dorner? I guess if you put both of them together and they stand on each other, one stands on the other's shoulder, might look like him. But there's conflicting stories saying that the truck was coming towards them with their lights off, so that's the reason to start shooting. But unfortunately, all the shots were from behind, so I don't see how. Again, it's conflicting stories from the media, but what you end up seeing is how much and how many shots rang out. How were they aware of who was really in there, or were they just asleep? Maybe they were just asleep. 5 in the morning, they happen to wake up and they see a truck parked or pulling out a driveway, and they panicked and just start shooting away. That could be a scenario that happened there. But do we want those officers out there, or were they given instructions to shoot to kill? If they see them, get rid of them. That kind of brings a little bit of validity of what maybe Chris Dorner said in his manifesto, how there's issues within the department. So this big manhunt going on, and now there's a reward for the capture of Chris Dorner, $1 million. So I don't know. Yes, there's plenty of officers that are there to do good. Unfortunately, that there's also going to be so much temptation for these officers, and they see all this violence, and especially maybe even towards them. Of course they're going to be or you want to say the word, well, they're going to be very precautious. But being that they're professionals, they should have all this training. I mean, look at all this training that Chris Dorner, according to LAPD, received from them. What about the rest of these officers? How come they weren't able to first identify before they start shooting two little old ladies? 70 years old too? Wow. Yeah, that's a big threat against the LAPD. 70-year-old women. So 70-year-old women out there, if you're driving a truck, it doesn't matter what truck, but if you're driving a truck, watch out. I don't know, man. I don't know. You start thinking, does this guy have something there in his manifesto, or he has other things that he might say that might ruin or bring another scandal to that police department and LAPD? Yes, I don't condone him, and that wasn't the way to probably go ahead and start killing people, innocent people, and I say innocent because he's so far has killed people that had nothing to do, and that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. But unfortunately, I think, you know, and again, my opinion, they pushed him to that. You know, he's saying he was a sleeping giant. So, I mean, is the manifesto real or what? It doesn't sound like a crazy man. Is this the first time he issued a statement like that? Usually crazy people, you know, you can see it. There's patterns or what have you, and you know, and what it is not just because he just got fired and this is the way he wants to prove that he, you know, got wronged. They're saying that he tried to do it the right way. He's had, you know, proceedings, he's had hearings, and they still didn't hear him. You know, he went the right way. He was supposedly the good guy trying to do it the right way, and he exhausted all those beings. So, was there another way for him? No, weren't giving him options, and he wanted, and actually, it seems that he just wanted an apology from the captain. But Beck, that's his name. Yeah. First news conference that he had, he didn't give that to him. You know, could he just go ahead and apologize and, you know, yeah, couldn't he just apologize and maybe get this guy to turn himself in with an apology? I mean, I know he's probably apologized before and he hasn't meant it, you know. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to, you know, take care of who you ever have to take care of. This being the citizen, the residents of LA, you know. And it expands. It's not just LA. He's everywhere, man. Now the next thing that's weird is, has anybody seen him? Is there any news? How come there's no footage? Man, it's early out there, so I'm mumbling. Yeah, I don't see any footage. This day and age of media, I mean, yeah, he went black. He went cold, and he's, you know, does he even exist? You know, I'm not saying there's any type of conspiracy theory or anything, but have we seen this guy other than what Facebook has or whatever? You know, nobody's really seen this guy. So many sightings. I mean, he's trying to be like Bigfoot. Is it really him? You know, are they really hunting somebody? You know, could this be a show? Because he's evading them. Yes, he has experience and all that, but come on. You know, there's professionals that he's avoiding. I know he wasn't the best out there, or was he? Was he too good? Well, whatever. Hopefully they don't start using a drone to try to find him now. Are they gonna call him a terrorist? Give reason for us to use a drone on him? Hope not. Hope not on U.S. soil. You know, they're saying they might be out there, but whatever. It's starting to ramble. It's almost time for me to get to work. But yeah, LowBuck. You know, I hear you. Seeing it here, there's people, I mean, I guess he got a fan page, man, which is kind of sick in a way, you know. He's killed innocent, but I guess this is what society's bringing us, or is government making us this way? I don't know, man. You know, best thing we can do is just live, enjoy life. Should people get involved? I don't know. They're making people involved with this $1 million reward. You know, I see on Facebook there's people even that calling it a bounty, man. Want to go out there, and I guess they're not gonna care if they take them out. You know, seems that's what LAPD wants to do, take them out. They don't want to bring them in. Even though that news conference did say that they want to bring him in, but hear his story. They already tried to hear his story. He tried to say his story, and he's not coming in. If he exists. I don't know. You know. government sometimes has to do what they have to do. What they say, we're sheeple, we're peasants. I don't know. We live in this great country, the US of A. There's some things I guess they have to do without us knowing, so we won't panic and go crazy. So all we can do is just be prepared, enjoy life. So that's my video response. I don't know if I was gonna be able to type it up, LowBuck. So send me. Hopefully, I'll just do a video response. That's just my opinions. Don't take this as fact. YouTube's entertainment. So there you go. So till next time, stay loaded.